Okay, so I got some new text messages from him. I guess now he's not dropping the case. But let's go over this. First, he tells me he's dropping the case. Now he's saying, I definitely never said I was dropping the case. But we're going to read this and I'll let you know. Okay? I sent the dude. There's no settlement, dude. We'll go to court. You said you don't think you could win this, and I know you can't. So there's no settlement. We'll go to court. I'm not settling for nothing. Okay. Oh, and you should probably tell her that I found out how many people in her family actually run real estate and that I know what her scam is. In my opinion, I'm speculating. But okay, so I sent him all of the messages of us. I put so the Ians can see. Hold on. Y'all know I hate my big face, right? Damn it. They're from him. It's backwards. So I'm going to have to read it to you guys. I put, this is your client telling me about death, what she was involved in, asking me for my video, reaching out to me first, sending me emails between a fake Fed and Penny at True Crime Commentary, the things she was in with Squall, etc. I will be sending you her Discord stuff later and my CCR number from the false police report. Called to my home by the end of the day, so I guess I'll be sending those. She also mentions the time drives in these messages. I forgot about those. Okay, so here's how he responds. Okay, so she tried to help you gather useful information and you turned on her. No, Mr. Phillips. No, Linda. She didn't try to help me gather anything. She reached out to me first. I didn't ask her to reach out to me. And she was bullying me and begging me for a video that I didn't have out any longer. I didn't want to give it to her. I asked her a question because she reached out to me. Okay? So you got it wrong. I didn't ask that woman for her help. She offered it. Just saying. Information and you turned on her. I never worked with her. You can't turn on somebody you've never worked with, right? And started saying she was guilty of something. Am I missing something? I put again, not how it happened, sir. I did not turn against her. I put the info she told me out. She was mad because of comments in Penny's chats or comment section. That was the day they first brought out pieces of the 13-hour call. I believe Penny put it out. He says, what did Linda lie about? I put my content was about TT knowing Linda. That is why I put the photo out. Knowing TT in real life, not only to me, but others. And it is in your lawsuit. Also, was you in my chat yesterday? I sent him a screenshot. There's not going to be a lawsuit, Anastasia. Wait till you hear this. I don't care. He can keep going forward with it. I'm getting a lawyer and I'll countersue. And I promise you I'll win, and it won't just be Linda. Linda will have a lot of people mad at her. Okay. Also, the thing she said, and here's another thing. The lawsuit is frivolous and illegal because what he put, I need a drink. What he put inside that lawsuit was something that happened after the date of him filing it. So what happened was I didn't get the paperwork, right? I guess he didn't mail it out or resend it, or fuck if I know, you know? So I guess the other night when I was on there saying shit or whatever, Linda got mad, it seems, and she demanded that he send me the paperwork. So he sent me lawsuit papers marked for July of 2023 or August. October. 10/3/23. Okay. But the complaint in here is something that just happened this July. So he filed the complaint and then refiled it with a different. I want the original court papers, Mr. Phillips. I will be demanding that my attorney ask you for the original court papers. Okay? Linda, you can tell them that. I'm not settling shit. I don't know what the fuck he thinks. What did he think? He just got to win? Oh, fuck no, dude. But let me finish reading these because you're going to see this dude. You're going to see his true colors after yesterday's. So, where was I? They said they was you. Oh, also the things in your lawsuit happened after you filed it. Not sure if she told you that or you just made it up in a July live. He writes me back, nope, I'm not Trap God. I don't know that for sure. You're going to have to prove that in court, Mr. Phillips. Linda says she didn't lie about anything. So listen, can we just please use real names so that we can get to the bottom of this? I don't give a damn about all these stupid nicknames. And it's hard for me to follow. Who is TT? You have a lawsuit against me? And this woman hasn't told you TT's real name? You're suing me over somebody named TT? Sir, I think you're going to have to prove who TT is and bring her to court. I don't know. I put, you should maybe considering hiring me as your client instead. Laugh out loud. At least I would do the legwork. Anyways, I was kidding and I will send you more later. I would really prefer to settle this whole thing between the two of you. Oh my God, she didn't even tell you? Laugh out loud. Amanda, and I'm not going to give her last name. She used to babysit Amanda's child. He put, all right, thank you. I put, Amanda searched for Summer. He writes, damn it, hold on, I got a cough. This weed. Sorry. He puts, I have a trial this morning, but I'm going to be working towards resolving this thing if I can get you and her on the same page. Okay, thank you. Okay, so either she lied about that or she didn't. If she did, and if that's essential, because obviously he's watching my YouTube page, He knows what I put out because since these messages, I just noticed that he sent me some more. So I'm going to read them with you guys for the first time. I didn't read them yet. Okay? So either she lied about that or she didn't. If she did, and if that's essentially what your main message was, or if she didn't lie about it, I'm going to see if I can get you both kind of understanding what the other is saying. Defamation cases are a lot of work and drama, and I would much rather there not be a conflict. I put sounds good, thank you. He put you're welcome, thank you. This is the new comments. She says she has always been honest with you and that she knew Amanda Hensley. Thank you for that, sir. Sorry I said her name. Fuck. I'll edit it out. And while we're doing this, I'm going to take a picture of what I'm about to read you guys, and I'm going to send it to them. Oh, and right here. If Cursed is in here, this part's about you. The part you asked me for yesterday. So you can come back and watch it and get the timestamp. Make sure you guys see. It's what I'm reading. Okay. On the July 10th post, roughly between elapsed time playing of 34 minutes and 35 minutes, 52 seconds, the defendant at multiple times made knowingly false statements referring to the plaintiff as shady. She is, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to have my opinion and say I feel like somebody's shady. It's my opinion and I'm speculating. That bitch is shady as fuck. Take it to court. I'm allowed to have my own opinion. Why wouldn't I be? It's America. I have a freedom of speech. And I'm allowed to think any fucking way I want. It's ridiculous. Frivolous. On the 11th post, around elapsed time of 14 minutes, 40 seconds, defendant Lonely made false statements. Linda knows who TT and Tim Mullins knows who TT is, and Linda and Tim Mullins have been throwing subtle threats to this woman. I didn't make that statement. TT made that statement, and I read it. I read what TT said to me. I was relaying a message that somebody said. So, Linda, you're going to have to sue TT. Okay? Not me for that one. That won't win. On the 11th post, around elapsed playing time of 24 minutes, 30 seconds, the defendant stated, Linda is the woman I posted with the daycare center. And you also seen she told me she has a daycare center in the messages. She's been on many panels. Tiffany Marie, for one. I think I have it downloaded. Did Tiffany give me that one? I think she did. If she didn't, I'll find it. She stated it publicly, sir. Way before, like a year before I said anything. The whole YouTube knew that she had a daycare center. Okay? On July 11th post, around elapsed playing time of 39 minutes, 10 seconds, the defendant knowingly made the statement containing defamatory language about the plaintiff as follows. Summer is the victim cursed with curiosity, but because Summer is the victim, other people are victims for trying to be good Samaritans. And I think TT's story plays into this, but she has to come out and tell her story and should have the right to do so. okay? When people connect to the parents of a missing child, TT's story is important. When people involved go to job sites and babysitting for children of the family workers and interference with calls to the PI, there is a reason for that. So, yes, ma'am, this is about Summer. First of all, that whole paragraph is not about Linda, it's about a couple people. There are a few things thrown in there. And as I told you, sir, hmm, these are my messages from Linda. I'm going to read them. I hate to bother you, but someone told me about your chicken fighting video. I saw the lady on Benny's and am curious. Do you think you could put it back up? I find that crazy that Karen is on Benny's from Beach Creek. I am not at this point. I turned it in a TBI. Oh man, was it that serious? She sends me Karen Renfro. That'll hold up nice in court. Um, I'm not going to give any details at this point. I am so sorry. I understand, but then sends me bills to toughen chicken fighting. Okay? This might interest you. She's trying to bait me to send her my video. I will read it. Thank you. I respond. You're welcome. I then write her. I know you. Hold on. These are screenshots, so they're small. I know you smell death on Dawn's site. Tell me about it. Clear yourself, or I'm bringing it up in all kinds of ways. I'm also going to repost my rooster video soon, not sure when. Yeah, I told her I'm going to bring it up. If you don't tell me about it, I'm going to tell the world that you are telling people that you smelled death on this site. I didn't know what she smelled at that time. She answers, it was a dead dog in a dumpster. It wasn't in a house, and TBI checked it out with another police department. I hope you can prove that in court. Because I'm going to call and ask them because now I need it for my lawsuit. Construction dumpsters are dumped in the site separate. They checked that. I can't read what I wrote. Where did Stacy? How does JSB? It is. I will send you. I cut it off. Sorry. I haven't been in Discord in a year. That Stacy Slay appeared in Penny's email. Don't come at me. I want this little girl found as bad as you. I didn't come at her. I asked her a couple questions. Where did Stacy Slay come into play? I can't read the whole thing. I left all the people because of the backstabbing and distractions. I can't, so I asked her, I guess I can't see it, if she wanted to go live with me and talk about it. I can't go live because I have an active case. A lawsuit, Linda? Is this habitual? We're going to find out, right? Okay. Hold on. It seems to be a little bit habitual, in my opinion. I can't go live because I have an active case, which is why my channel hasn't. Fuck. I hope it's in the next one. Yeah, been updated. But I can give you direction to research, which I have been working on for over a month against Jody Sue. So this attorney, Mr. Phillips, damn it, this attorney just tried to sue Jody Sue Brown with me for another client. This will hold up real well in court because it shows what that shows is intent. Trying to get you to see it better. Right there, against JSB. So that is Jody Sue Brown, Mr. Phillips. Since you don't know the names, I'll tell you. And then I'm going to send you my live. How about that? I'll just send you a link to my live because then I can answer all of your questions, even though I know you're watching. So this is intent, and this is showing that this is because I do not want to bully somebody, just like in the last lawsuit, right? And threats made by a motorcycle gang at my home start with Breonna Tester. Second, Facebook page. I hope she can prove that in court, and she showed you proof of a motorcycle gang trying to harm her. Okay? Look at the photo on that profile closely. Then go to Candace's old page. Alexa is there with a different last name. I never knew Dawn. She wants me to research that Alexa Wells. A runaway. I believe that girl was under 18. I don't know what the deal was with that. Cam was all in that. We could prove that. So this woman's trying to go after the same people that Cam went after. Okay? Oh, yins are fine. I'm sorry. I didn't read chat yet. I will. I'll say hello to everyone. Okay. And threats made by a motorcycle gang at my home start with Breonna Tester. Second Facebook page. You will see an Alexa Wells. She is gone. Yes, she is gone. Look at the photo on the profile closely. Then go to Candace's old page. Alexa is there with a different last name. I never knew Dawn. So she's taking me to court for slander, right? Doxing or whatever. A judge is going to love that she's taking me to court for doxing while she's asking me to dox people. Let's go, Mr. Phillips. We ain't settling shit, buddy. I put, you are whoever, I'm not going to say the name, daycare provider. How are you blank him? Because I can't see. I got to cut off. There's a couple messages from me cut off. I'll post them later if anybody has a problem with this. I'm not sure where you get your information, but I never knew the Wells. I'm a private child care who kept 3 families that work for blank, not exclusively blank. I keep many children. I sent these to you, sir. That now holds 0 weight in your lawsuit. Do you understand that? I asked her, how did you know prior that Chase was set? That's what I have. I didn't. Penny introduced me to Chase. I hope you have proof of that. Okay? Because I have Penny, I believe, stating otherwise. I have messages from Penny too, lady. I can have her called into court. It's not hard to do, right? Like, fucking people, man. Penny introduced me to Chase. She said through Tiffany. I never met Chase, only talked to him. He was supposed to meet me and show me his phone and backed out. Tiffany says the same. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that I have many text messages from a couple people stating that you're the one that took the picture of the Wells car at the airport with him. You're going to have to prove you didn't. Let's go, Mr. Phillips. Wait, I think I went too far. The only two people I ever personally met were Nana for life and Yennefer. Go figure. Everybody meets Yennefer and Nana. They're just like there for summer, I guess. I hope. Scott, I talked to in AB's Discord and Squall through her channel because I knew Tennessee Truth. I gave you her real name. Tennessee Truth is TT. TT is short. For Tennessee Truth. So you can't use that in your lawsuit, sir. My statement was true. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, that was about B.A. Young. Okay. So man, I wish I didn't cut this. B.A. Young was my friend. She gave me blank. I can't read that. Brenda has never proven to me what you blank Chase and Penny setting up. It's cut off. I'll post them if you want me to. Okay, you're talking about the fake Fed lady. She emailed Penny. And sent some stuff, and Penny questioned her. She said she was working with the card team. Penny put her in Discord, and the three of us talked with another person. She was convincing and told us a bunch of stuff. We believed her at first, but then she refused to show proof, and I got skeptical, especially when she promised to help me with my son's case. Mr. Phillips, what did I tell you? Who is she accusing of something? I'm sure a judge will love that. And now when we go to court, she is going to have to prove what she needed help with her son's case for and against who. I don't know. I have the email. I was doing Penny's email at the time. I would star the ones Penny needed to see. She's running interference with a fake FBI agent in emails. And you want this heard in front of a judge? Let's go, buddy. I will have to get the email off of my server at nap time for the kids, but I will send it to you. Penny had her phone number, but I don't. That doesn't even make sense if you're getting the messages, right? Okay, where was I? I clicked the same one. Right here. When I started feeling like she was a fraud, I backed away, pissed off at everyone. I promise you, I am just for Summer, not anyone else. I don't know. I don't talk to Penny anymore. I'm not sure. Scott introduced me to Penny, who he met in AB's Discord. I reached out to Scott to get the route to Ben Hill, and then I did a couple timed drives. Mr. Phillips, you should ask her who she did the time drives with, who was in the passenger seat or the driver's seat. If she was in the passenger seat, because you're going to have to prove they weren't done with Chase. The guy involved and money scams. I hope you know that. Okay. That's how I got involved. No, I've never met Chase. Like I said, you're going to have to prove that. Sorry, a parent dropped off their child. Stacy was a fake. JSB was done wrong, but honestly, I'm not sure how a lot went down because one day she was talking to me and the next day she was accusing me. So why aren't you suing her? She should be the one you're taking to court then, right? Not me. Mr. Phillips, you should sue Jody Sue Brown, not me. Hmm. The first one is the lady we were told, and her background went to her too. I will get you that email. I want the truth out there as bad as you do. I don't know Squall's real name, but later I will share my thoughts on her. Everybody's read these a million times. I don't have all of them. I have three. I can find the rest of them that somebody put out. I might even already have them downloaded. She sent me the fake Fed emails, Mr. Phillips. How did she have those if she didn't have access to them and wasn't involved in it somehow? She's going to have to prove that. And then they're going to say, well, if you didn't want involved, why did you take a screenshot? You should have just walked away. Why did you continue, right? To work with Penny and check and store those emails and send them off to Penny. You're going to have a lot to prove, sir. Damn it, I clicked out of them. Hold on. Okay, so as you can see, there's three. I feel like Jody Sue. Damn it. There's three of them. Okay, that she had sent me. I don't know Squall's real name, but later I will share my thoughts on her. Let me see if I can find it. I know I wrote it down. She sends me another screenshot. This one shows her email. I found this pic and we keep hearing the name. She doxes someone telling me this is Squall. Emails between, or no, this is us. Okay, Squall, I was asked by her to email her on one of her lives about Tennessee Truth. I did, and she asked me to send her a messenger via messenger. I did. We started talking, comparing notes. She put me in touch with the PIs, since Hawkins County wouldn't return calls. Then one day, after I had spent hours talking to her, she came at me and said I had been JSB's friend all along and accused me of lying about my son's death. Needless to say, I haven't talked to her again and asked her what the hell her problem was. She blocked me. That hurt me to the core. I don't mind talking to you, but please don't accuse me or attack me. I haven't done anything wrong. I didn't know one of these people before Summer went missing. I'm just a mom whose child was murdered, and since Summer was local, I was reaching things. I was researching things. JSB reached out to Penny. I don't know why it ended up in Discord, but I was asked to be a part of it. I was new and dumb to all of this YouTube stuff, so I told JSB who I was. Penny had released some of the stuff and JSB some. Linda, I have those, and I have the proof that you were in these discords and you were sending messages between Squall and other women against Jody Sue Brown, right? And they used the things you sent her in videos like Jenny and Adrian's. I'll show you that in a minute. Mr. Phillips, you can watch that as well. They'll go to court. I promise. Okay. As for blank, I didn't even know until a month or two that I had daycare dads that worked with Dawn. I was looking on Dawn's Facebook and saw their names as friends. I asked them how they knew Dawn, and they said they worked with him. So I asked them about June 15th. I had already driven to the Meadows since it was close to where I am. And I contacted Scott to see the quickest route, and I drove it. Prove to me Chase wasn't in a car with you, because I'm pretty sure I have at least one of those videos downloaded. If not, there's clips out there, right? And there is a second person in that car. I hope I worded this so you can understand. But if not, let me know, and I will clarify. I'm trying to write and cook lunch at the same time while watching kiddos. How many kids did you have? You said, I'm going to have to look that up, because just like DHS came to my house and all those other things, I'm going to have to make sure that your state has the right regulations, that you have the right amount of babysitters for the right amount of children, because you shouldn't be in the kitchen and the children being alone, right? Think a DHS call is in order? I won't do that, but you know what? Because I'm not like y'all. But what I am going to do is show the judge and maybe call the board of daycare providers. That maybe I might do that. Yeah, I'll think about it. I was looking for Dawn's Facebook and saw their names as friends. I asked them how they knew Dawn, and they said they worked with him. So I asked them about June 15th. I had already driven to the Meadows since it's close to where I am, and I contacted Scott to see the quickest route, and I drove it. I hope I worded this so you can understand, but if not, let me know and I will clarify. I'm trying to write and cook lunch at the same time while watching kiddos. I would also love to share the other stuff that I know and have researched. I believe she told me 7 kids. What's the law? It goes back to the Alexa Wells that I told you about. It connects to Hunter, a minor that's included in the case of, she is simply saying she's hindering the case just like the rest of us, sending me information about a person who's a definite witness in the case, right? Let's go to court, Mr. Phillips, and I'm going to read the rest of his text too. So, hold on. Cameron, another underage child, and that group along with many more. But I need to stay under the radar because I was threatened by a gang of motorcycle and had to go to the sheriff's department after Hawkins County and Sullivan County talked to me about the threats. They are on my Ring camera. So I took a report and it went to cyber crimes and detectives. They advised me to stay off YouTube or the internet. I don't know. It's cut. But that was the last. There's one more where she told me to leave her alone, or she's filing a lawsuit on me. So that's it. You think you have a winning case, lady? Oh. I can't believe these people. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. She says she's always been honest with you and she knew Amanda. Explain to me where the lie is so I can try to flesh this out between the two of you. No, we're not settling for shit, dude. I ain't fleshing out shit. It's up to you to drop the case or keep it. If you keep it, I'm filing a countersuit. You've already misconstrued my words and put online. He's watching. You've already misconstrued my words and put online that I was definitely going to drop the suit. I don't think I've got interest going forward in working with you because you're simply going to do me what you did everybody else and lie about me. That's not what I was intending to do out here. That's you making an assumption and that will hold up in court too. That was not my intention. That's not what I was going to do till I opened my messages and seen these last couple messages. Okay? I was actually going to talk nice about you. Sad. I don't think I've got interest going forward in working with you because you're simply going to do me what you did everybody else and lie about me. We will see in court unless your attitude changes drastically. I definitely never said that I was definitely going to drop the lawsuit. Every attorney would prefer to settle than to take it to trial if a settlement is reasonable. Sir, there will be no settlement. I have nothing more ignorant to say about you. I know you're watching. However, I will send you the link to my live. Okay? And you can watch my response. Crazy. I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to come up on my channel and maybe speak about what defamation is. But you know what? Nah, forget it. Anyways, hello, everybody. Anastasia, Backwoods, Golden, Delta, Crystal, Go, Victoria, Holler, good. Thank you. If you have anything, Heather or Lady R, that can prove that the things I said, you're writing them down. I would like to know. That would be fantastic. It would help me tremendously. Sad. I definitely never said I was going to drop the case. This attorney's all over the place, yo. He did kind of say that. There's no settling. I didn't do the things Linda's accusing me of because she gave me the information. It was already spread around. She was already on panels more than a year. She already had several channels. She was already in the Discords, sir, way before I even made my channel. Way before. My channel was not made until after the marathon, sir. You should probably ask this woman who TT is and why they have a grudge against each other. I'll also send you a link to my video of TT's messages, if that would help you, sir, since your client didn't even tell you who the woman was. You're taking a lawsuit without even knowing the details, right? There's no settlement. It's either you drop it or we go to court. I have no problem with either. If we go to court, I'm countersuing. And not just Linda. That's a promise. So, that's that for that. Let me stop my camera a minute. No, I didn't mean to remove myself. I want to... Why isn't that working? Present. I want to watch Jody Sue's video about green eyes. I find it interesting, and he's going crazy today. And then I want to show you my community post with green eyes, because I'm done with the attorney talk for today. That's that. I'm not scared of these people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not scared of this lawsuit in the least. Her claims are frivolous. And Mr. Phillips has been watching my YouTube channel for a very long time to say that he doesn't even know who these people are. He's obviously watching me, right? Okay. YouTube. What, you guys want to see something funny? Oh, is she done? Damn it, she quit. We were going to go say hi. She doesn't talk to me. I go in every day and I say hi to her and I talk to her. She was playing music today. It was pretty cool. Good songs. Good tunes, good tunes. Okay, let's see. Which one was it? It was a video. Hold on, let me pull up another tab. Oh man, it took me straight. Okay. Green eyes. You should probably know that on the Blimp website, they have a schedule of when their blimps lift off. You posted your video January 2nd, although this was not on the schedule. Okay. I looked up where the blimp was that day, and it was in Spokane, Washington. Just to let you know. Sometimes you should watch what you post if you don't want to be caught. You're busted. We know where you're at. Okay, now back to Jody Sue. And he's tripping balls. He woke up today wanting to harm everybody or something. He just made a short. We'll watch it in a minute. But I want to watch this. No, not this. This. Jody posted an interesting video. She found this clip of green eyes. I went on, I could not find it. But I think that this 23-minute video is worth the watch. So I'm going to share it. I'm going to mute and we can chat in the chat room. And I'm actually going to finish my joint I didn't get to finish because I was reading. And I hope you guys are all well today.
Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Ain't nobody playing with you bucket niggers no more. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Ain't nobody playing with you fucking niggers no more. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Ain't nobody playing with you fucking niggers no more. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Ain't nobody playing with you fucking. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch. Ain't nobody playing with you fucking niggers no more. Mr. Brinley's gone, bitch.
I keep freaking talking to you guys and not unmuting. The first time I tried to unmute, it was to say I was skipping past that N word because it was a bit excessive, Jody. So you don't have to keep playing it. It's a horrible word. I don't want to keep hearing it. It's just frustrating. It didn't need to be played that much. The second thing was I wanted to say was, again, you can't see the damn messages. So I'm going to speed it up till we get to some good parts. You think he looks dangerous? He could be. I was actually kind of laughing because I was thinking dude's a fake as fuck. Like he's just on there trying to make content or something. I don't think he looks scary. I think I'd pull that damn red beard right off his damn face and shave him. Kidding, kidding. It's a joke. I would not do that. People could sue you for saying that. Oh, he's still on YouTube. He just posted a video. Yes, sir, Bobby is. And he should probably know that I know his real name. I didn't realize that I knew his real name. I had screenshots sent to me when I started talking to him of his real name because this girl, Gary, we call her Gary, had sent him pictures of his own children. And that's how I knew the name. I guess somebody wrote her and told her that this guy's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the hell the fucking content was. I didn't really read through it. However, I did send all those screenshots to Jody Sue this morning. And I put it in her chat that I did so. So if she's watching and wants to check my messages, she never checks, she can do so. It's all of his real info. That apparently, I don't know that it is for sure, and I'm not going to dox him. But the guy she showed me was from Greer, South Carolina. However, according to the Goodyear blimp, he has recently been in Washington. I don't know. Okay, let's put the video back on. I'm going to read chat in just a second. I actually have to go get some ice. I can't do this water. It got warm. Okay.
Animalistic screen. Jody Sue and her son went out to look for the source of the scream. My son and I decided to go out, look and see what we could see. Get out.
I'll just add myself. I think I forgot to speed it up, but I can talk while it's quiet, right? Can you all hear me? Jody, girl, I don't know what the hell you're showing us, buddy. I got them pictures too of Andrew with the hat. I think they're funny. I like those pictures. I think he looks good in the hat. The fedora. Rose, Bunnies, and Jody Sue. Oh, this is his channels. These are these his videos or his Facebook? What's she showing us? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay.
In the beginning, this is some clips from older videos that I've done on the Jody's. Some of these clips were.
This is the part I was going to play. Okay. At least this is what I clicked on. I didn't watch past this. So let's watch it together.
You're going to be hearing a find that and watch it if you need to. I believe I put the links around. And before anybody says anything, yes, I've turned this into the TBI. Yes, I have. And just know that if anything ever happens to me, somebody does know everything about what I'm working on, who I'm working on, that kind of stuff. I've had it sitting on my computer ever since and didn't think back of the head, that kind of stuff. Not Dawn, but Green. The things that he says, and it just, I don't know. I would appreciate your opinion about what he's saying.
Maybe this wasn't a good video to watch. Music.
What happens when you give a Anderson police, fuck the Greenville police, man, fuck all the police, fuck the FBI, fuck the CIA, fuck every one of you motherfuckers. You don't give me back what you took. I'll fuck this whole goddamn world up. I've been doing my whole goddamn life. If I have to, you motherfuckers. Who the fuck do you think you playing with? Yeah. Keep on up, bitches. Keep on up, motherfuckers. Time's up, bitch. times, motherfucker. Fuck the John 3:16 on every motherfucking one of you. Fuck the Greer police, fuck the Anderson police, fuck the Greenville police, man, fuck all the police. Fuck the FBI, fuck the CIA, fuck every one of you motherfuckers. You don't give me back what you took. I'll fuck this whole goddamn world up. I've been doing my whole goddamn life. If I have to, you motherfuckers. Who the fuck do you think you playing with? Yeah. Keep on up, bitches. Keep on up, motherfuckers. Time's up, bitch. Your time's motherfucker. Fuck the John 3:16 on every motherfucking one of you.
Are you in there with Ernie? Green Eyes. Y'all keep making these wrestling. He's a wrestler. John 3:16. For God so loved the world, buddy. What's your deal? I've had enough of that. That's what I wanted you guys to see. Was that. Oh. So what else do you guys want to go look at? Anything happened last night? I actually slept till like 6 this morning, I think. No, did I get up? This guy could very well have been terrorizing. Yeah, oh, he was. He definitely was. I told you I was in Messenger with him that night. He was on a live messing with her. I didn't know exactly what he was saying. You couldn't hear it. No, it looks like a Monte Carlo, right? That's what it looks like to me, that car. We can look and see.
With other creators.
Maybe we can. It was over. Looks like a Monte Carlo to me. Yeah, an El Camino. You're right. That's what I meant. That is what I meant to say. Duh. I sound like such a girl. Things too well, Crystal. Love it. Yeah. I think I got up earlier than 6. It might have been like 4 or 5. I was tired yesterday. I stayed up and stayed up, and then I just slept. I had a really good sleep. And I actually think I'm going to go to sleep early tonight, too. I'm looking for my papers. My husband's going to kill me. I did smoke a lot of weed this morning, though. Yeah, El Caminos are antique. They're nice. My neighbor has one. Or at least he did. I think he might have sold it. But they, like, collect all kinds of shit. Golf carts. I don't know why we live in the city. You should see them. It's funny. They just, like, ride all over the neighborhood and all these odd things you don't really see in the city often. So, what's going on with Ernie? Jody Sue had me cracking up. You know, I do my flybys, and she was over there talking about a tiger in the cage. She was playing Ernie, and Ernie was all rattled. Somebody asked him, or he was demanding that he had Jody Sue rattled. What do you guys think of that when she was on his panel? Wait, recordings? Ernie said he had recordings of Jody Sue. I didn't see that, dude. This joint sucks. It's fucking pinner as hell. Yeah, she did a live today. But I guess he was on a channel with some dude yesterday. What the hell did she say his name was? Ken, Steve. It was like a normal name. I can't remember. But she was cracking up over there. She had me fucking laughing. That, Fucking damn. We're just going to go to her live. I'll show you because it was funny as hell. Hold on. Oh, I can't tell where it is because her chat ain't up yet. We'll have to wait. We'll have to watch it another time. I have to be able to see her chat to know where it is. And I gotta put her on 2-speed. The kiddos are upstairs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Their mom's up there. Their dad's up there today. I don't know if my son's off. I hope he is, because I'd like to look at this sorry ass joint. That's the most sorriest shit I ever rolled in my life. She got triggered and threatened when the son mentioned. She said she will send someone to their homes. Jody did. Damn. My husband's phone is going off. He has every notification set. And he thinks he's slick. Look, he got me a new phone, right? And I guess, shh, don't tell him. He'll probably watch this later. I'm busted. I guess he was mad because I got a new phone after I got a new phone. So he wanted a new phone. And we had our upgrades. So he orders a new phone. And for 2 weeks while he's waiting for it to be delivered, he's telling me, it's the same phone you got. It's the same phone you got. So it gets here and it looks identical to mine, but it's a little bit bigger. And I said to him, why is your phone a little bit bigger? I picked the box up. It has more memory on it. He was like, I don't care. I play video games. He got all offended. Like, I care if you got a better phone than me. It was so funny. Men are so dumb sometimes. Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right, let's go find something. What time is it? 1:07. How long have I been on? I'll stay on till I get to the 2-hour mark. Then I'm going to get off because I'm going to go try to spend the day with the grandbabies. It's early enough. I'm up. I've slept. Summer's almost over. My granddaughter's going to go back to school soon. And I ain't really done much this summer. So I think maybe a park or something. We have water steps in Pittsburgh. They're pretty cool. Maybe we'll go over there. There's a spray park. I gotta think about it. All right, let's see. What can we watch? What's this? Oh my goodness, this. Have you guys watched this about Chad Duerman? I can't fucking believe that guy did that shit to his kid. Oh, this is something new. TBI discuss. Let's watch it.
This thing can hold up to 1,100 pounds.
The Big Fig mattress is a special curated.
Well, good morning. I appreciate all of you being here with us this morning. My name is David Roush. I have the honor of serving as the director for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. This morning we're here to talk about an investigation that was recently concluded. In December, TBI agents in the Drug Investigation Division and Drug Task Force agents in the 5th Judicial District investigating the distribution of large quantities of methamphetamine in Knox County and surrounding areas conducted that investigation. During the investigation, agents learned that the distributor or the distribution efforts were led locally by Richard Carroll Baker. Baker is a member of the outlaw motorcycle gang known as the Pagans. Baker is no stranger to policing. He was being assisted by Brian Baston Fox, also a member of the Pagan motorcycle gang. In addition to Fox, agents have identified at least 13 other individuals who worked with Baker to sell meth throughout East Tennessee. These arrests serve as a testament to what happens when policing agencies work together. In addition to working along with hand in hand with the 5th Judicial Task Force, agents collaborated with numerous local, state, and federal agencies, which include the 6th Judicial District Attorney's Office, Knox County Sheriff's Office, the 9th Judicial Drug Task Force, Homeland Security Investigations, the ATF, and the FBI, as well as the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District. We appreciate the dedication and the hard work of all of those involved. This case was truly a team effort. I think this investigation provides more proof of how these gangs, known to engage in illegal activity, are attempting to take root in our communities. We can't let that happen. As I have stated many times over the several years in policing, drugs, violence, and death are interrelated. Those who engage in manufacturing and distribution of illegal drugs are responsible for the vast majority of the violent crime in our communities. In this case, the crimes that have been led by members of the Pagan motorcycle gang, they try to downplay their criminal behavior by calling themselves a club. But let me be clear. They are nothing more than a criminal organization made up of cowardly thugs. And they play on the vulnerable in our communities. Because of the outstanding work of the courageous women and men in policing, the local, state, and federal officers involved, our surrounding communities in Knoxville are now safer. With this arrest of Baker, Fox, and the individuals that were engaged in this activity. I'm now going to turn it over to Sharm Allen, our District Attorney General here in the Knoxville area, to elaborate more on the arrest and the efforts going forward. General?
Thank you, Director. I will tell you that on Wednesday, July the 31st, the Knox County Grand Jury returned a 10-count presentment charging 15 defendants with methamphetamine trafficking charges. This presentment followed the investigation that Director Roush has just spoke about. They used cutting-edge technology to follow the flow of drugs into both Knox County and our surrounding East Tennessee areas. During the course of the investigation, agents learned, as you've heard, that members of the Pagan Motorcycle Club were involved in this distribution ring. In this particular incident, gang members were actually wearing their cuts or their vests while both distributing drugs and collecting drug debts here in the East Tennessee area. This case highlights several things. This case highlights the cooperative effort between all the law enforcement agencies in our area, and what a fine job that they are doing. Because of these efforts, we were able to charge these 15 individuals with these 10 A felonies. Each of these individuals is looking at between 15 and 60 years as a punishment. They are all Class A felonies. And the first of these co-conspirators are being arraigned this morning in Criminal Court Division 2 here in Knox County. I think that this also highlights a victory in removing large quantities of methamphetamine from our streets. If you look at the medical examiner's report for 2023, you will find that the second most frequent drug found in our overdose deaths here in Knox County is in fact methamphetamine. It's right behind fentanyl. So by removing these large quantities of methamphetamine from our streets, there is no doubt that these officers and agents have saved lives, which is the point of our operation. This is an offshoot of the 313 initiative. I would like to say what a terrific success the 313 initiative has been. We have charged numerous individuals through that initiative. I think as of right now, we have made 417 arrests through that, including this particular conspiracy with the pagan outlaw motorcycle gang. So I think there are many takeaways, and I think the most telling number that we can look at to show how successful the work of these agents behind me is that last year at this time in Knox County, we had lost 308 people to overdoses. As of today, we are at 207. We have saved 101 lives at this time this year as compared to last year. And that is in part, largely in part, to all the work that's done in initiatives like this and the lives that will be saved because of these arrests in this particular conspiracy case involving the pagans. And at this time, I think the director and I will take any questions that you have.
So you brought up the 313 initiative. Is this a direct pipeline, this methamphetamine that you all found with the pagan group? Is it a direct correlation to that 313 pipeline coming down here from Michigan, or is it something completely separate?
I believe that, and I believe investigators can speak to that better than I. These particular drugs, I think, are related to Atlanta, but clearly the 313 initiative was part of ferreting that out, if you want to speak to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a spinoff from that. These were primarily sourced out of Atlanta, and it's in connection to a case that the U.S. Attorney's Office sent out a message on this morning. So it's actually connected with that case as well. So, but yes, it's a spinoff of what we're seeing coming out of Detroit as well.
And how long did this investigation take?
So it started in December of last year.
So you mentioned some cutting edge technology that helps kind of push you guys forward in this investigation. Can you kind of talk to me about that and what that technology is?
Yeah, well, I'll be careful there because it is technology that we don't necessarily want a lot of folks to be aware of what we're utilizing. We can just leave it at the fact that we are using all the resources that have been provided to us and the technologies that, fortunately, that our government has allowed us to continue to use within the parameters of the Constitution. And so, but yes, I won't go into details of the specific technologies, but I can tell you we utilize all of the great pieces of technology that exist.
And how are you all able to pin down, the pagan motorcycle club specifically for this investigation?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, they were leading the effort in this distribution network. And so once we became aware of their engagement, that's where the focus of the investigation went is, as we do these investigations, we're looking for those who are directly responsible for the distribution and the network that takes place. In this case, the primary arrestee that I mentioned, Baker, was the primary target as a result of his behavior in leading this specific drug trafficking organization.
So both Baker, Fox, and all of the other 13 were all involved in this pagan motorcycle?
Not all were members of the club, but Baker and Fox are members. The others were not directly involved in the club.
And the only drug was that?
Their primary. Now there were some other, but their primary drug was methamphetamine.
And I know the investigation is still going on, but could there be any future arrest from other groups in Knox County?
Yeah, that's always potential, right? These operations always lead to more interest and more information. And so that there's always potential for additional arrests to be made as a result of what we have learned in this case.
Any other questions?
Again, thank you all so much for being here and being part of this. Thank you.
Jesus, I'm just over here clicking buttons and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Sorry. There's the link. I posted it. We were all chit-chatting and I didn't see the beginning of it. Would you guys mind if we watched it again? I ran out of the room. I had to go to the bathroom and I got some cheese. I had a little piece of cheese. Oh, I'm going to put it on again. Is that okay with you guys one more time?
Good morning.
I'm not going to chat because I want to pay attention to it. This has really caught my attention for a couple reasons. And it's something I eventually want to start to maybe, I'm going to come live again tonight, I think, after my day's over and the kids go to bed. But Squall sent us some information. She put some interesting information out there. And maybe tonight what we could do is go over and read, or I'll set up before an HT play I'll just have it read it to us, the news article, and we can discuss it. Oh, I think it sounds like an idea. Because there is some trafficking out of that area, and it's been there, you know? I just got to watch how I do things. I don't want to put myself in danger. I don't want to put nobody else in danger. We can read about it, but you guys need to know that I'm done, like, I don't know that I'm done. I need to be careful when I do my deep dives, what I put out. It always has to be based on something somebody said. Hashtag Fred said. He's great for that. Love it. That's how I can bring things out. So maybe if I have time at one point today, you know what? We're not going to do it today. We'll do it tomorrow because that'll give me some time to put some shit together to come out and present. I'll figure something else out for tonight. But I'm going to put this on and play this again because it was interesting and I want to hear the information that's being said in it. And I walked away. I probably shouldn't have. Okay.
I appreciate all of you being here with us this morning. My name is David Roush. I have the honor of serving as the director for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. This morning we're here to talk about an investigation that was recently concluded. In December, TBI agents in the Drug Investigation Division and Drug Task Force agents in the 5th Judicial District investigating the distribution of large quantities of methamphetamine in Knox County and surrounding areas conducted that investigation.
I believe he is part of Summer's case, and he's also on Sebastian's case. Welsh is a big name in the FBI in Tennessee. I actually believe, I'm trying to remember because I didn't record it, and I remember at one point I did talk to somebody at the FBI, and I can't remember why. I'm going to have to go look for notes. This has been such a long case, fighting these damn stupid lawsuits. No, I'm not settling, Mr. Phillips. Let's put this the fuck back on before I put my foot in my mouth. Sorry about my French.
During the investigation, agents learned that the distributor or the distribution efforts were led locally by Richard Carroll Baker. Baker is a member of the outlaw motorcycle gang known as the Pagans. Baker is no stranger to policing. He was being assisted by Brian Baston Fox, also a member of the Pagan motorcycle gang. In addition to Fox, agents have identified at least 13 other individuals who worked with Baker to sell meth throughout East Tennessee. These arrests serve as a testament to what happens when policing agencies work together. In addition to working along with hand in hand with the 5th Judicial Task Force, agents collaborated with numerous local, state, and federal agencies, which include the 6th Judicial District Attorney's Office, Knox County Sheriff's Office, the 9th Judicial Drug Task Force, Homeland Security Investigations, the ATF, and the FBI, as well as the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District. We appreciate the dedication and the hard work of all of those involved. This case was truly a team effort. I think this investigation provides more proof of how these gangs, known to engage in illegal activity, are attempting to take root in our communities. We can't let that happen. As I have stated many times over the several years in policing, drugs, violence, and death are interrelated. Those who engage in manufacturing and distribution of illegal drugs are responsible for the vast majority of the violent crime in our communities. In this case, the crimes that have been led by members of the Pagan motorcycle gang, they try to downplay their criminal behavior by calling themselves a club. But let me be clear. They are nothing more than a criminal organization made up of cowardly thugs. And they play on the vulnerable in our communities. Because of the outstanding work of the courageous women and men in policing, the local, state, and federal officers involved, our surrounding communities in Knoxville are now safer. With this arrest of Baker, Fox, and the individuals that were engaged in this activity. I'm now going to turn it over to Sharm Allen, our District Attorney General here in the Knoxville area, to elaborate more on the arrest and the efforts going forward. General?
Thank you, Director. I will tell you that on Wednesday, July the 31st, the Knox County Grand Jury returned a 10-count presentment charging 15 defendants with methamphetamine trafficking charges. This presentment followed the investigation that Director Roush has just spoke about. They used cutting-edge technology to follow the flow of drugs into both Knox County and our surrounding East Tennessee areas. During the course of the investigation, agents learned, as you've heard, that members of the Pagan Motorcycle Club were involved in this distribution ring. In this particular incident, gang members were actually wearing their cuts or their vests while both distributing drugs and collecting drug debts here in the East Tennessee area. This case highlights several things. This case highlights the cooperative effort between all the law enforcement agencies in our area, and what a fine job that they are doing. Because of these efforts, we were able to charge these 15 individuals with these 10 A felonies. Each of these individuals is looking at between 15 and 60 years as a punishment. They are all Class A felonies. And the first of these co-conspirators are being arraigned this morning in Criminal Court Division 2 here in Knox County. I think that this also highlights a victory in removing large quantities of methamphetamine from our streets. If you look at the medical examiner's report for 2023, you will find that the second most frequent drug found in our overdose deaths here in Knox County is in fact methamphetamine. It's right behind fentanyl. So by removing these
Actually, that's freaking Gary. Used to ask me to watch the Knoxville jail things with her. I actually made a funny video once about this one lady that was in there because it was funny, but it really wasn't funny. It was sad. I remember posting it and then watching it all the way through and thinking, damn, I shouldn't have did this, and I think I took it down. But you should see the amount they have, like, night court that they have live on YouTube. Maybe one night I'll come on and we'll watch it. You should see the amount of addicts that come into the Knox County Jail. It's quite sad. I'm happy that they've been working so hard to clean it up down there. It does feel like it's a hub with Georgia, Miami, Texas, California, Arizona, all of our borders, right? Where the borders are. Or the beaches, or Tennessee for me is actually quite shocking, to be honest with you. Since covering Summer's case, I've learned a lot about Tennessee I didn't know, you know? So, but that was like that's like a hidden hub. You don't expect it there. Just like places in Iowa or, man, Ohio is so bad. I wish people knew how bad Ohio was. I've seen that firsthand. Yep. And a lot of, actually, even Jody Sue and myself have had many conversations. One I have recorded, but I promised her I wouldn't play it. Remember? But about the drugs that come in and out of that area and how they come and where they come from. I've had conversations with a couple locals there. You hear a lot, even stupid ass Scott H. I actually just watched a live of his with him. He was talking about it. The Oxycontin Highway. I think I've learned that Knoxville is a hub, like a big hub. So I know 15 people doesn't sound like a lot, that you feel like there should be more in the smaller dealers, but I feel like they'll work for that, number one. And number two, 15 people outside of the state trafficking, that's actually pretty good. You know, it's something, as long as they're getting it off. It's sad. My family is affected by drug use deeply, and it's terrible. Listen, I'm in that category of people that don't believe it's a disease, but I feel like once you use it, it turns into a disease. I feel like the addiction is the disease, and I have watched it turn people I love into people I never thought they would be, and unrecognizable. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean in looks, I mean in the person that they once were, like completely different. I caught my sister one time climbing in my window, like trying to steal jewelry from me. My husband caught her. I didn't catch her. It was horrible. She ran out of my house. She ended up leaving her kids here. She went around the block like 6 times screaming crazy shit. That's when I got custody of her kids. Her husband was overseas. He's in the army. And I ended up raising her kids for like, well, one of her children. My other family took up the other 2 kids, but they were always together. They were always here at my house. Sophie wasn't. Kelsey kept Sophia more. But I had them in school, and I raised my nephews. I raised my siblings. I'm sick of raising kids. I'm ready to be an old freaking woman. All right, let's put this back on. I'm chatting again.
these large quantities of methamphetamine from our streets, there is no doubt that these officers and agents have saved lives, which is the point of our operation. This is an offshoot of the 313 initiative. I would like to say what a terrific success the 313 initiative has been. We have charged numerous individuals through that initiative. I think as of right now, we have made 417 arrests through that, including this particular conspiracy with the pagan outlaw motorcycle gang. So I think there are many takeaways, and I think the most telling number that we can look at to show how successful the work of these agents behind me is that last year at this time in Knox County, we had lost 308 people to overdoses. As of today, we are at 207. We have saved 101 lives at this time this year as compared to last year. And that is in part, largely in part, to all the work that's done in initiatives like this and the lives that will be saved because of these arrests in this particular conspiracy case involving the pagans. And at this time, I think the director and I will take any questions that you have.
So you brought up the 313 initiative. Is this a direct pipeline, this methamphetamine that you all found with the pagan group? Is it a direct correlation to that 313 pipeline coming down here from Michigan, or is it something?
Somebody put pagans are racist. Not all of them. I hate to say that, and I'm not sticking up for them. There's some very bad pagans, but there's some good ones too. I actually grew up, if you look up Glassport, Pennsylvania, and Wilson, which is part of like Clareton, Pennsylvania, I grew up all in that area. So I grew up around pagans like a good majority of my life. And I know good ones and bad ones. This is sad. It gives them a bad name again. They've been quiet about the pagans for years. I haven't heard about them. Not all of them are racist. It's not like the KKK. They're different. Not all of them are good, though. A majority of them are not good. However, not all of them are bad. Okay.
I believe that, and I believe investigators can speak to that better than I. These particular drugs, I think, are related to Atlanta, but clearly the 313 initiative was part of ferreting that out. If you want to speak to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a spinoff from that. These were primarily sourced out of Atlanta, and it's in connection to a case that the U.S. Attorney's Office sent out a message on this morning. So it's actually connected with that case as well. So, but yes, it's a spinoff of what we're seeing coming out of Detroit as well.
And how long did this investigation take?
So it started in December of last year.
So you mentioned some cutting edge technology that helps kind of push you guys forward in this investigation. Can you kind of talk to me about that and what that technology is?
Yeah, well, I'll be careful there because it is technology that we don't necessarily want a lot of folks to be aware of what we're utilizing. We can just leave it at the fact that we are using all the resources that have been provided to us and the technologies that, fortunately, that our government has allowed us to continue to use within the parameters of the Constitution. And so, but yes, I won't go into details of the specific technologies, but I can tell you we utilize all of the great pieces of technology that exist.
And how are you all able to pin down, the pagan motorcycle club specifically for this investigation?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, they were leading the effort in this distribution network. And so once we became aware of their engagement, that's where the focus of the investigation went is, as we do these investigations, we're looking for those who are directly responsible for the distribution and the network that takes place. In this case, the primary arrestee that I mentioned, Baker, was the primary target as a result of his behavior in leading this specific drug trafficking organization.
So both Baker, Fox, and all of the other 13 were all involved in this pagan motorcycle club?
Not all were members of the club, but Baker and Fox are members. The others were not directly involved in the club.
And the only drug was that.
Their primary, now there were some other, but their primary drug was methamphetamine.
And I know the investigation is still going on, but could there be any future arrest from?
I'm happy they got the methamphetamine off the streets. However, I think the 313 initiative that Be the Beam was talking about was fentanyl. Am I correct? I wish they'd get more of both off the streets. Both are just equally as bad and disgusting, in my opinion.
Other groups in Knox County?
Yeah, that's always potential, right? These operations always lead to more interest and more information, and so that there's always potential for additional arrests to be made as a result of what we have learned in this case.
The thing with fentanyl is such a small amount can harm and be spread. There was a case while I was going through all this lawsuit stuff I wanted to cover, and I tried to put a video together. I just couldn't get my head together. I might have actually posted a video or two about it, but that daycare center in New York, I've never followed up with that, and I want to, where the children were sleeping and the husband of the lady hid fentanyl. They were trafficking drugs in the daycare center in a closet, and the children got into it while they were sleeping, and like 6 children died or something. It was like more than one child, or maybe it was one child that died and a bunch of others that got sick. They shut the daycare center down, but there was like a lot of drug busts that came after that. I haven't followed it in a couple months. One night I'd like to go over that with you guys, because it is like, it's that serious. Fentanyl is a horrible, horrible drug. Horrible. Okay.
Any other questions?
Again, thank you all so much for being here and being part of this. Thank you.
Oh man, that was it. I wanted it to be longer. I like them press conferences like that. I like watching those. I love that Grady Judd was on the thing. I love Grady Judd. He's like the best. He busts them all when no F's given. All right. Well, I'm going to end this about 10 minutes early and go spend a day with the fam. I got to go gather them all up and see if they're all willing to spend a day with me. There's Fred. Tons of drugs being brought up into Tri-City area by this group. Do you think that they're coming from your area, Fred? Do you think they're being spread in Rogersville and Sullivan? Washington and Green are really bad. What do you think about that? Do you think it's coming from there? Do you think there could be any connection to the bust that happened? The big bust? Since they were both aiming from Georgia. I didn't hear what part of Georgia. They didn't say. That would be interesting to hear from locals. A few hours ago, Karen. It was just posted. Yes, you think it does? It was in Atlanta. The other one wasn't in Atlanta. It was in, where was it, Fred? Do you remember? That Lane guy. He was the one that got busted. Squall sent me so much shit about that. I think I read that shit into fucking next Sunday. That's why I want to go over, but I want to be careful how I present it. I don't even know that I want to go over it. Like, I feel like some are so important, but it's so hard to decipher what's right information to put out. You want to put things out that could connect, like, emotionally. But there are just things that can put people in danger, including myself, but other locals, You're not sure. It was close to Dobbs. The last one. It was really close to Dobbs, like within 26 minutes or something, if I remember correctly. I don't know that Dobbs had anything to do with it, but that's what Squall was trying to pass on at the time. Fred, have you ever met Squall Tit? Has she ever been down to question you or talk to you? A friend of Candace and Dawn's? Has any of Candace and Dawn's friends come down to speak to you besides Ziggy and the ones we know of? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Fred. I would even go as far as Virginia. Actually, the area you're from in Virginia. That Gate City area is pretty bad. But yeah, have you ever met Squall, or has anybody ever been down to speak to you? No, I've never talked to anyone other than Ziggy. Okay. The PIs, have you ever had conversations with the PIs? You don't have to tell me what you talked about. Just yes or no. Oh, one more. Tim Mullen. Has Tim Mullen ever spoken to you? I'm not going to ask you too many questions because I'm getting ready to end my live. Yes, the PIs or Tim Mullen? Tim Mullen, I might have some questions for you about. The PIs, I don't want to interfere with their investigation. I don't know if they're good people or bad people. I can give my opinion. No, you never spoke to Tim, but you have spoken to the PIs. Was your impression, you don't have to tell me exactly do you think they were good or bad? Just put good or bad. Did Benny ever come see you? Or call you or try to contact you? My husband ordered me this bracelet. I put it on. Good. Okay. I feel like Jody Sue puts them down, but she also talks good about them, and I think she does it to confuse people. But I feel like her impression of them were good too. At least their impression of her. We'll go over my PI call one day. No to Benny. Like, it seemed like they felt the same way I did when Jody Sue was being harassed. They were paying attention. However, I don't like the three-way calls, but the way I look at it is that just them doing their investigating? Like, hey, here's a little bit of leadway. Who you going to call? You know what I mean? Or is it them working together? I don't know. Everything I looked up about their PIs prior to Summer going missing, I seem positive. That's my personal opinion. You know what? That's what I'll do tonight. I'll come on tonight, probably about between 11 and 12, if any of you want to come watch. And we can go over some news clips of their PIs from other cases that I found. There's only one or two that I seen. We could research if they've been in other cases. We can look at their reviews and things like that, and then maybe try to form a new opinion and decide whether they're good or bad, they're working for Summer or they're working for Tim, is my question. Because their relationship with Tim and Squall to me is odd. That's the only thing that throws me off with them. JSB being horsed for a reason. Yeah, but not the YouTube, Fred. Don't you think that, like, if she knows things, she should put it in? I really don't believe her and Andy are guilty. I'm sorry that you say you've seen them on camera. I truly believe you look more guilty than them. But I also try to think of things unbiasedly. So I give you an opportunity to come over here. I like that you're answering my questions. I just hope they're truthful, because at the beginning of this, some shit just seemed crazy. Like, I really don't believe. It doesn't make sense to me, Fred, that Jody Sue actually showed a video. Was it not that long ago? Where she shows your truck coming in with the time on her phone or something. It's like the wheels of your truck. You don't see your whole truck, but it was the time everything was going on, and you could tell by the wheels or something on it, the color, the yellow. That's what it was. The yellow reflected. You could tell by the yellow that it was you coming in, and it doesn't make sense with you meeting the TBI and police at your house. Were they there when you got home? All right, Rhonda, I'm giving them a chance. Listen, I don't want to fight with people or nothing. I just want people to be truthful. Games have really been played in this that are like, it's just too much. And I want to have a different vibe over here at my channel. Yeah, I'm a bitch. I say shit I probably shouldn't say. You know what I mean? But I also have grown up around a lot of fucking criminals in my life. And I don't hate all criminals. And sometimes you don't understand. I guess it depends on the charge. It depends on, like, I'm not going to go for a pedo or somebody who did something bad to a kid or harmed a woman. I don't like the fights Fred and Laura have had, but I do see great effort in Fred staying sober. And I appreciate that. So that's why I can look at this unbiasedly. But Fred, we were just talking about drugs, and you know how when you're on drugs, you're a different person. Yeah, I try to be nice to everybody. But if I see fuckery, I'll call it out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, did you do this? And it might sound bold and intimidating, but it's not. Too much ego. Yeah. For me, the man fights are funny. I want to go over that too. We'll do that tonight too. Maybe I'll look up the 313. What else did I just say? We could watch. Oh, I said something else. I'll go listen to my live so I can remember what I told you guys I was going to look up. But I'll bring some of the stuff we talked about in the chat up. Yes, they was there when you got home. They was at your house. Can you tell me what happened at the barricade? Like, you were rushing to get through, and then Jody Sue says you came back up and you ran away from the barricade with David. Is that true, or what happened? Was David running? Was David there? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I hate to call people out, but that man, from things people have said, Laura, Fred, and Jody, from things I've researched about him, I have more, and I've said this before, in my personal opinion, I have more concern about him and the people. I made a video about with trucking company on Moreland Drive. I guess I'll say that. Those are my biggest concerns. Does that mean they're guilty of anything? No. But some things about those bother me. And I just actually found some new screenshots last night about the second one that has me worried. David was by himself. Where was he when you came in? Where was he placed? He's the one I worry most about. He's the one whose horse got out. He's the one whose horse ran. He's the one who shot Fred's horse. No, he didn't shoot your horse. The horse was hanging over a hill. Somebody shot a horse for the lights, right? I actually do want to get off of here. If you want to come back tonight, Fred, and answer some of these, that's fine. I'm like kind of throwing them. And I didn't mean to. Do you have an opinion on why PG is focusing on you now? What's her agenda? She's mad at Ziggy. The PI. The PI phone call. Yeah, that's what I said. You're right. David did that the next night. Oh, the next night. It was the next night he ran from the barricade. Wonder why he ran. That's weird. If you want to come back tonight, you can answer more. Maybe fill us in, because I'm interested. I'd like to hear your thoughts and maybe some stuff about him. I can go back into the video I broke up and bring that out. Little parts tonight. That sounds like a good plan. Bring up the David Bays stuff. Actually, a really good idea. All right, so I got a live planned for tonight. I got to get together, so that means I got to go spend a few hours with the kids and be back here in time to be able to have it together, or you guys are going to get a mess. You'll probably get a mess. We'll ask them tonight. I actually have some questions about A. John and Jason Arnold for Fred. I have some questions for you if you want to come back. All right, I'm going to get off of here, guys. I've been on 2 hours, and I hear the grandkids getting anxious upstairs. Their parents must have sent them back down to their room, because the parents live in the attic, and the kids live on the second floor, and I'm down here. They're smashed between us, so you could hear them when they're ready to come down. Right, he didn't have a license. He took off. Oh, because he didn't have he took off by vehicle? Because I thought Jody said he was running on foot. Damn it, I'm trying to get off of here. Now I'm going to have to go look for clips. Don't do that to me. We'll talk about it tonight so I can look for the clips tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Peace and love. See you all tonight sometime between 10. I'm going to try to make it earlier than midnight. But I want to go take the kids to the park. Not sure if this link from Tabby Cat might be helpful. A1, can you share it in one of my community posts so that I can just click on it and I don't have to come back to chat and copy and paste right away? All right, I'm getting out of here before I get caught up chatting. Peace and love to all. See you tonight.